are we supposed to start the podcast?
1, 2, 3.
Unbelievable.
Killed it again.
Unbelievable. Kylie, it's just unbelievable.
Getting so good.
I mean, before you know it, we'll start producing this whole thing all by ourselves. It only took her 7 months to get the clap down.
That's right. I really did. Sad to say.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I just want to go ahead and do the greeting right out of the gates.
Okay.
Welcome to I've Had It. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Angie.
We call her Pumps. Kylie's here. Richard is here. We'd like to welcome you to this very special episode where we're basically going to do the same shit that we do every single Tuesday and Thursday. But we're going to hear from you guys today via your voice memos. But before we do that, I want to tell Pumps about something I fucking had it with that I
Okay.
think needs to be banned,
Okay.
boycotted, outlawed.
Oh, good. Okay. What are we talking about?
Newsletters.
Like coming into your inbox?
At first, you might think, what's the deal with newsletters?
Okay. That's kind of the question I'm asking.
Start paying attention.
Okay.
Hey, for 10% off, you can get our newsletter.
Right.
And then it's like, I'm in the interior design business and every single vendor we use, check out our newsletter. Here's our newsletter.
Right.
Everybody is producing the news about themselves and they're trotting it out via email, torturing everybody with information that nobody wants to know, A, and B is not news.
Right. It's like self-promotion under the guise of news.
And it's not news.
And it's not news.
It's not news at all. I have this one vendor and he's always like, hey, check out my newsletter. And I'm like, I have a precarious situation with the real news as is. I'm trying to figure out which fucking echo chamber I can go down without getting either A, pissed off, or B, completely lied to. You know, and I think all of us are kind of struggling with where
Right.
do we get real,
News.
proper news? I don't need some company trotting out newsletters. And I'm telling you, now that I brought this to your attention, it's unbelievable. These newsletters are rampant. Also, listener, please go to our website and put your email address in because at some point we may go on tour and we will send you a newsletter
Right.
regarding such information.
That's, yeah, part of the problem. But I agree on the newsletter. Like, if you're just trying to sell me shit, just say for 20% off, this is what you get.
Right.
I
Well,
respect that.
I was at a store the other day and they're like, because I'm very protective of my information, because why do you think we're getting all these spam calls all of a sudden? Well, think about all the times you've checked out and they say, what's your phone number? And you
Yes.
just give it to them.
Yes.
Guess what happens a few months after all of that happened? The spam calls. So
Right.
somebody's selling our shit
Of course.
and then people are calling you about a car warranty that you don't have or a
Right.
student loan that you don't have, harassing you. And then people are also like giving your email address out. And so anyway, I'm at the store checking out. She's like, what's your cell phone number? I'm like, I'm not giving it. She's like, what's your email? And I'm like, well, I'm not giving it. She's like, well, if you give us your email, then you can get you can sign up for our newsletter. And I don't know why the people that work at the stores, and this is a national retailer, I don't know why they get butthurt, because I'm like, why do you care? All you have to do is ring me up, put my stuff in a sack and send me out the door. But I was like, I don't want to give you my email and I don't want the newsletter. And she was like, oh. I'm like, why do you fucking
You're
care?
just a bitch, is what that says.
But I mean, why am I the asshole that I don't want to give my information to a huge corporation that is then going to terrorize me via email and send me fake news under the guise, send me like this whole promotion under the guise of they're just trying to inform me.
Right.
I don't want to be informed
No, I don't want to be informed.
about that shit. I want to be informed about the shit I want to be informed.
Right.
You know, like you like to, you curate your news based on your diet that you like politically. I
Right.
try to get more like, okay, where are the facts? I sure as fuck don't want Lululemon's newsletter.
No, I do
Starbucks.
not.
Oh, let me tell you something else that happened recently too. So most of the time, Josh will bring me I have coffee in the morning at home, but then I like a second hit when I get at the office. And so Josh will bring me like a Starbucks. The other day he was out of town and I had to go into Starbucks. And by the where you pick up your order that you've placed on the app, there's a little mini chalkboard that some, little whippersnapper that works there wrote up. Did you enjoy your Starbucks 7-star experience? I had to read it like 4 or 5 times. I'm like, are they just making shit up? 7 stars?
Right. What are the 7 stars?
Why are we going from 5
5
stars to 7 stars? Like they've given themselves 2 additional stars. Nobody's even agreed that we're leaving the 5-star
Right.
system.
Right.
So I don't know who decided that, but I think we should have a say in that. We've all been living off of this 5-star thing our whole lives, and Starbucks is trotting out now 7.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to reprogram that in my
No.
brain.
There's already too many things that people are changing that don't need to be changed.
Agree.
I mean, seriously, 7 stars. And I'm sorry, I know you're a big Starbucks person. I'm not a big Starbucks person.
I'm not a huge Starbucks person.
well, I mean,
it's like a stone's throw from my house.
But I'm just like, what? It's fucking coffee. They're not curing cancer at Starbucks. It's coffee.
Right.
I mean, I don't know why we have to act like it's the second coming or something. It just doesn't excite me as much as it excites most people.
Okay. Kylie, do you have good voice memos today?
I do.
Let's hear it.
Up first, we've got Jonathan K.
Hi, Jen, aka Jessica, and Pumps, the ninja lesbian.
Love.
I've fucking had it. Well, in Sydney, we say I'm fucking done with people not in control of their bodily fluids. I've just witnessed someone in an airport bathroom literally hold their nostril and snort into a sink and yak up phlegm into a vanity in front of like 10 people. I fucking had it with this behavior. I'm done. And yeah, these cunts can just fuck off. Bye, guys.
Again, I just want to point out that the British and the Australians just throw out the C word with just
Reckless.
freedom.
Yes.
Just
Reckless abandon. They're
Reckless.
just-
It's so touching. But he is 1000% right.
that just made me like kind of gag.
No, this is like, especially with teenage sons. I mean, like when we go to Mexico and we're walking on the beach, they're coughing
Yes. The
and hacking
hacking.
shit and it's just spitting it on the sand. And it's just
It's gross.
disgusting. And
It's
I just
totally
think
gross.
people that like have control over burping, over farting, over blowing your nose. I mean, the only caveat is like a sneeze when it comes on,
Right. You can't help it.
but try to be cognizant of the people around you. But I do not like this just, we're going to just blow noses and fart and burp in front of people. It disgusts me. I think it's very uncivilized.
I think this is a spot where a little bit of shame could go a long way.
I agree.
I mean, there is no reason whatsoever in a public bathroom you're snorting shit out your nose into the sink. That's just not
you go
okay.
into the stall,
You go into the stall,
blow your nose privately, flush it down the toilet.
Yes. Oh my God. That's disgusting.
I've had it.
Had it. He's
I've
so
had it.
right.
He's right. And if you have, like, sometimes you have, like, you're sick and you have a lot of snot. I've been there before. That's a
For
very
sure.
human experience. Go into the bathroom stall, blow your nose, and flush it down the toilet.
Right. It doesn't have to be everybody else's problem.
I totally, totally agree.
Yeah, he's right.
Okay, up next, we've got one from someone that goes by L.A. Simpson.
I've had it this week from Pittsburgh is people who attach a flagpole to their vehicle. Like, why are we adding another thing that can be a projectile object onto a moving vehicle? It's dangerous. It's aesthetically awful. Like, take the damn flag that belongs in front of a building off your vehicle.
Yeah.
I totally agree with you, LA. And I remember back in I guess it was like late 90s or early 2000s. And you'd be watching the news and they would show like the terrorist organizations, Al Qaeda or
Right.
ISIS, where they did not have an official government. And it's just like fucking chaos and anarchy. And they have these trucks and they put their flag in the back of the truck. And I remember thinking, oh, yeah, they have to put their flag there because they're not organized enough nor smart enough to have like a unified government, because all they want to do is
Fight.
blow shit up or whatever. So it was much to my surprise when all of a sudden everybody universally like in the Western world, would see this and think, that's fucking nuts. They're driving around, with a flag in their truck. And much to my surprise, vanilla ISIS comes to the United States.
Yes.
And there's all these white dudes with their fucking flags in their trucks. And I'm just like, is this a penis issue?
I just was going to say, I saw one this morning on a great big truck, big flag, big truck. Immediately in my head, I thought, little penis. Like, if you're having to advertise how great you are, you're probably not that great.
Were they advertising how great they personally were? Was this a political expression?
This was a political expression.
Yeah.
Which again, goes to small dick energy, little penis. Like, if you've got flags running around on your car, that puts a bumper sticker and a personalized license tag to shame.
Oh, it is total vanilla ISIS.
It's horrible. It's embarrassing for yourself.
So embarrassing.
Yes.
Like, there's a lot of things that I like in the world. There's a lot of things I love in the world. I'm never going to hike up a flag on my fucking car and drive around town with it. I just think that is such a level. Number one, she's right. Like, it's one thing we have to worry about flying
The projectile,
off.
right.
And number two, it's your experience. You immediately think, because it's usually these Ford F-150s with kind of jacked up tires.
Right, the bigger tires.
I saw one recently at a store. And this truck pulls up and it has like the "Don't Tread on Me" stickers, and I'm a lion, not a sheep, and all this fucking, all this just fucking, low testosterone bumper sticker shit, right? And it's a hiked up truck. And then this guy gets out. I mean, he's probably 5'4". He probably hasn't had a hard serve in a decade.
No.
And it had a picture of a rifle and it said, "Come and take it."
Right.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
the gun nuts have lots of flags. I have found that to be true.
There's a type here. It's a gun nut. It is vanilla ISIS. These people are typically white. I would say 98 to 99% of most of these flag toting pickup truck people are white people. So you've got that. And I think there's probably a lot of soft serve, small penis going on.
I mean, it's just got to be the unifying factor, I think.
I think I oppose bumper stickers, but I would support one that said, if you have a flag on your car, I'm sorry about your dick.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Kylie.
Trademark that immediately.
Could you make that like a bumper sticker?
Uh-huh.
You know what would be even better is
What?
when you see the guy with the flag, you follow him, and then you put that bumper sticker on their car.
Here's the problem.
They'd kill us with their
fucking
guns.
gun nuts.
Yeah.
It's like these people and they have their toys and I'm a lion, not a sheep, and me. I'm like, what the fuck kind of language is that? I mean, be just a little bit smarter. I'm a kangaroo, not a koala. Wah! I've had it.
I'm going to get a flag.
I fucking had it with that shit.
How do you even see out of your rearview mirror with that
It's
thing?
stupid.
It's stupid.
dumb.
I'm just putting it under the
It's
small
dumb.
dick.
You're a titty baby, not a lion. Own it.
Right.
Soft serve.
Soft
Fucking
serve,
get
little
your
dick.
Vanilla ISIS bullshit. I've had it.
I've heard another term.
What is it?
Y'all-qaeda.
I've never heard that.
I've had it. I love that, but I've had it with this type of
Person.
man. Yeah.
Okay, up next we've got Michelle M.
Hello, ladies. This is what I've had it with. Senior discount day. Now listen, pumps, you might be close. So I get it. You want to reap the benefits. Jennifer, not even close. Not even. But when's my day? I'm 36 years old. When do I get a day? They're in the goddamn grocery store. They leave their fucking cart a mile away, in my way, to go get their goddamn cheapest whatever meat, whatever goddamn thing they need, or they cut you off. If you're waiting to get meat, they don't even notice you're there. They're like, fuck you. Then you go to the checkout line and it's eye roll goddamn city. Like, oh, where the fuck you gotta go, Karen? Go sit on your goddamn couch and watch a soap opera? I've had it.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Michelle. There's so much to unpack there. Number one, 5 stars on the delivery, or
Yes.
as Starbucks would say, 7 stars.
7 stars.
That is, and here's the deal. She is 100% right. Senior citizens with the senior discounts, it is a lot. We both have parents that are
Yes.
seniors, and they like to grandstand.
Nothing more than they love to tell you about their discount.
And we're talking $1.50.
Right. No, my mom used to lie to get the discount to go into the movies.
I mean, what is that Charlton Heston from My Cold Dead Hands? I mean, I will be like, I'm not a senior. What are you talking about?
I had a football game last year that I went to because typically they have a card reader. You can use your card. Well, I only had like $5. And so I set my purse down and I was like, y'all, I don't think they didn't have a card reader. It was cash only. And I was like, y'all, I don't think I'm going to be able to come in. I only have $5. And the guy selling me the ticket said, well, you get the senior citizen discount and it's only $5. And so I said, you think I am a senior citizen? And he got super embarrassed. Well, every time I would go to the bathroom, I'd say something quibby to him about it. And by the time I left, he's like, you're going to make me cry. This is terrible. I mean, I just would not let up on it. A senior, me.
Well, I mean, you're the one. I mean, you got to get bangs in like a year.
But I mean, I just was like,
here's the deal though. Back to Michelle's point. Like these seniors, like my dad will go on and on about the senior discount that he got. And at some points I just want to say, I'll give you the $2 so we don't have to hear about it anymore.
Right.
I mean, like it is not interesting nor fun. And I'm glad that you got to save money. But to Michelle's point, like I've been able to, accumulate money as I've gotten older. The time that I needed the discount was when I was Michelle's age.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
That's who needs the discount. The seniors, they're not paying for kids anymore. And then we wouldn't have, I think we need to take the senior citizen discount away and give it to like the, 25 to 35. Those are the people that are really struggling financially, like the hustle discount. When you're out there hustling for life. Senior citizens, they've got it. But I'll tell you my favorite thing. She said, I roll goddamn city. And I think Kylie made us something because I love this so much that we now have a gold button, Michelle.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to put it right at, where's the speaker here? Are you ready? So every time you say something I think is stupid, I'm going to do this.
I roll goddamn city.
That was the best. Where's mine?
I roll goddamn city.
So I'm going to keep it right here. Michelle, that's probably one of my favorite lines.
Kylie, where's mine?
Out of any color. We don't give seniors
Fuck off.
electrical devices.
Unless they're vibrators.
I love it. Michelle, you are so right. I've had it with the seniors and their discounts, and they're constantly flexing about the discount. Mom and Dad, if you're listening, we're all tired of hearing about the discount. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
It's not interesting.
Another thing she points out is the lingering at the meat counter.
They do.
They linger there, and it's like, all I have to do is grab this right in front of you. And I've just gotten kind of aggressive with them.
And they do cut.
They're
Total cutters. The self-awareness starts to leave. And it's not all seniors, but like, it's just like, why are they getting the discount at that age?
Maybe because they're getting senile.
We need it in the hustle era.
Right.
I needed the discount when I was her age.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's
when you're just like, adulthood is just slapping you in the face and you're paying here. By the time you're a senior, your house is probably paid for or getting close to being paid for. Your kids are out of college or out of, a vocational
your expenses
school.
Are exponentially less.
A lot less.
Yeah.
Michelle, I think this is something we need to stand for. Ban the senior discount.
What are we going to name the gold button?
Huh? Oh, it's I Roll Goddamn City.
I roll goddamn city.
Is that what we're going to name it to?
Whenever you say something stupid, that's what I'm going to do.
Stupid button.
The stupid button.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say you can record whatever you want on there. So that can last a long time. We can switch that out.
I feel like
I want to be one of those dogs on TikTok that has multiple. So Michelle's not going anywhere. Michelle, don't worry. I'm sorry that Kylie even suggested that. I Roll Goddamn City is staying with us forever.
Forever.
But new potential callers, we can order more of these buttons and we can be like a fucking labradoodle on TikTok that's like, treat, walk. You've seen these dogs that do have all these buttons. Tubby has like 3 that he knows how to use.
Of course he does.
He does.
Kylie, I feel like you're showing favoritism that you got her the button and didn't get me.
Get over it.
I'm just going to say.
I roll goddamn city.
It's getting a lot of use already.
Yeah. Uh-huh. We'll wear the batteries out of that in about a
Totally
week.
be like your vibrator, no batteries.
Okay, up next we've got Sarah F.
I've had it with people who want you or like ask you to dog sit or cat sit their animal and don't offer to pay you, and basically just say that like the comfort and companionship of their fur baby is enough payment for you to spend time with them. I've also had it with fur baby.
Sarah, I mean, I totally agree with you. And I am the biggest dog nut on the planet. But when I leave town, I want somebody to be paid for that. I want it to be a job. I want them to take it seriously. Like, my animals and you taking care of them requires a lot more than just them being your companion. Like, you have to make sure they're eating, walking, their serenity levels are high, dopamine and serotonin is flopping around. I think that's crazy. And I also have fucking had it. And I think it is.
I roll goddamn city.
To call your dog a fur baby.
Agree.
You either call it one of two things, a dog or your biological children, which is what I prefer to call my dogs. You know, it's one of those two.
Well, when I was listening to her, I was like, even though you're the biggest dog nut on planet Earth,
I would never say that.
You would never say, I'm not going to pay you because you get to enjoy my dogs.
Never. I'm aware that
they're spoiled rotten,
that people don't love them as much as I, or think they're as cute as Josh and the kids. I know that they are our little angels, and that is exclusive to us. I know that other people don't love them the way that I do, or see all of their assets and skills and intelligence and charm.
So many
I could go on and on and on about, I mean, all of the stuff that my dogs are accomplished at, but that's just for me to keep privately.
Right.
I would never assume, nor would my dogs be into that.
No, they wouldn't want to snuggle up next to somebody new the minute you walk out the door.
No, I'm with her. I've had it.
Who fucking says I'm not going to pay you for dog or cat sitting because you get to enjoy the company of my dogs? Like, that person, Sarah, you need to distance yourself from that person.
Cut. It's an immediate
That's
cut.
an immediate
Cut from the life.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I worry about the well-being of the pet.
Yeah, if you're resentful that they want you to just have companionship, maybe they don't even go check on the dog. Maybe they feed it the last day to punish you.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not a good. If you have a dog or cat or bird or what the fuck ever, you know, some sort of pet, you have to have, like, that is your child. You have to feed it, water it, care for it. It has to have a babysitter that's paid.
Absolutely. And I always feel like when we had little kids, now it doesn't apply, but it was easier to get something done with our kids if we wanted to go on a trip versus the dog. Now they have those dog, you know, like lodges they can go for the weekend or whatever. But I feel like it's easier to find, like, hey, you go spend the night with your friend. I'm going to be out of town. But finding a dog sitter is even harder, I feel like, than a kid sitter.
That's why you got to pay. Like, when I go out of town, I want the person that's taking care of my dogs to be paid and to know that it's a job.
Right. Absolutely.
Like, their care, your payment is dependent upon their care. Like, I'm not fucking around with that shit. It is a job. I will overpay you, but that's how important it is to me that it is a paid responsibility. And I know that what I enjoy doing effortlessly, that brings me a lot of, you know, fucking happiness, for somebody else would be a lot of work. Walking a couple of French bulldogs with, you know, legs that are 4 inches long and a smushed face. I mean, you got to get in there. You got to talk them through. It takes a lot of pep talking,
a lot of encouraging.
Yeah, like, hey, there could be a squirrel up there. You know, there's a lot of stuff that you have to know. And I mean, I leave a psychotic style instruction type situation with the people that watch my dog, but they are paid and paid handily.
Yeah. First of all, I'm not surprised that you leave a psychotic type instructions. That's pretty great.
Everybody can say whatever they want. I am not on a group me for a 22-year-old adult. I'm not.
Not yet. You don't have a 22-year-old.
Dogs can't do for them. I'm not on a group me for
anything.
20-year-old. I'm not. I'm on a group me for Roman. I never get on it. And guess what happens?
Nothing.
With me not looking at it and reading it. Nothing. Because everything that goes down in the group me is not a Jennifer problem. It's a Roman problem. Because Roman is just a few weeks away of turning 17. In Dylan's life, he is 20. All of the shit that goes down are Dylan problems. So you can make fun of me all you want about my dogs, but they are creatures that are not as intellectually intelligent and as evolved as our species. Like a 22-year-old can totally handle college life.
Yeah. So Sarah, get rid of that friend. That's not somebody you want in your life that thinks they have to have.
What about Fur Baby?
Fur Baby? No.
I've had it.
I mean, I guess I'm meh.
I've kind of had it.
I'm
Because you'll get on Instagram or Facebook and it's like, my fur baby turned 3 today. And I'm like, I've had it.
I object more to somebody marking their dog's birthday on Instagram than I do calling it a fur baby, I think.
I think it's a
Does everybody do
double
that?
whammy. I think it's a double whammy.
People put
to
their
refer-
dog's birthday on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
I have before.
Didn't you throw a birthday party?
Yeah, I did. A surprise birthday party for Tubby. Listen, I don't want to get into all that. I want to get to our next caller.
Oh, that's good stuff right there.
Caller.
Okay, up next we've got Stephen H.
Oh, hi, Jen and Pumps. Steven here, reporting for duty from Boston, Massachusetts. And I have fucking had it with men with long hair. I don't care if it's a man bun, a samurai bun, a fucking ponytail. These guys are out here looking like fucking Fabio from 1987. I can't take it anymore. Cut your fucking hair. High and tight fade. Let's go military. Anything. Bring back the frosted tips for all I care. But get rid of the long hair. It's over, it's done, and I've had it.
Steven's right.
He's really, really pointed out something that has to be addressed.
Steven, I've lived this.
Yes, you have. I lived it too.
I've lived this long national nightmare. And her saying that she lived it, let me just paint the picture for the listener, is exactly what went down. So Josh decides that he's going to grow his hair out. He grows his hair out. He spends a lot of time thinking about his hair, hairdos. There's hair files. There's a lot of shit that goes on. This is about 10 years ago. He's going to grow his hair out. Then he grows it out. And it's like, I'm going to start doing a man bun. Around the same time, we are filming for this reality show on Bravo called Sweet Home Oklahoma. And Josh had decided that instead of having a low man bun, he wanted to have kind of a high man bun. Right from the jump, I said, that looks like shit. It's going to be in the permanent record on a television show forever. It's not going to age well. And so I'd say, will you please put my hair up in a bun? And I'd say, I'm not doing it. I'm going to have no part of this. I will not enable this. You're going to regret this. Please listen to me. He wouldn't listen to me. So he got in his car and he drove to her house.
Which was like 3 streets.
And I'm saying Pumps' house is before she moved to the suburbs to die. And she lived in the city. And so Josh would drive to Pumps' house and either Pumps or her daughter would put the hair up in the fucking samurai bun. And it looked so awful. And he would beg me to put it up. And I'd say, no, I'm not enabling this. I'm going to have no part of this bad decision whatsoever. So, you know, as we all know, Josh cut his hair. He thinks it looks fucking great now. He's got, you know, totally short Euro hair. The clips, since we've been doing the podcast, the clips of the reality show kind of start resurfacing. And I'm telling you what, I mean, it is remorse city. I mean, he regrets, and he says to me with a straight face, why didn't you do anything about this? Why didn't you tell me?
I remember you telling him 1,000 times.
Over.
That's why he had to skirt down to my house and get his little man bun done.
Over and over and over again. This will not age well, but he would not fucking listen to me.
No.
So Pumps put his hair up in that catastrophe every single day.
Yeah, I mean, there's no shock that I'm the enabler. I think that's a newsflash.
Okay, up next we've got Cat C.
I have had it with the fake eyelash extensions.
Oh, no.
Are you doing a photo shoot? Is it a gala? No, you're in line at Walmart with your ratty old fleece sweatpants and these giant spider legs coming out of your eyes. It looks ridiculous.
Totally.
I have just had it. I don't know where to look when I see these people with these giant eyelashes. They have got to go.
Kat, I know that I am a part of the problem, but I have to say, I mean, I will double down on my lashes every day. I love them so much. It's like the one appointment that I will never move, that I like block that out. That is my eyelash appointment.
I agree with her.
I love them.
I agree with her, though. There are people that I see and they have on no makeup.
Right.
And then these just massive tarantula eyes, fucking tarantulas coming out of their eyes. They're not dolled up at all. And what it looks like is a person that forgot to take off their fake eyelashes. But much to my surprise, they've done this so that it's permanent. So they always look like they have a drag queen lash. And a drag queen lash is great if you're a fucking drag queen on stage. It's fantastic. But when Josh and I were in Europe, we would sit at a cafe. For those of you that know Paris, Café de Flore on Boulevard Saint-Germain, would sit there and we play a game, Spot the Americans. And you can always spot the Americans by, number one, big baggy T-shirts, sloppily dressed. You immediately go, that's an American. The women that are trying to be more Parisian and they're kind of like trying to dress Parisian, you could always spot them by the fake eyelashes because French women would never, ever do something so atrocious.
Yeah, no, I fucking love them.
How do you look in the mirror? At least with Josh and the hair, I tried to tell him. At least I've told you, and you're like, I've got to get my lashes. And I'm like, tell her to tone it down a touch. How do these women get through and they don't have any sort of fashion referee in their life that says, you might want to have your lash girl dial those back a bit because you're wearing like, I'm going to a rave at midnight lashes and it's fucking 8 a.m. at the dentist office.
That's one of the great things about lashes, though, is they're always on. Because I always feel like, because I don't like to wear makeup if I don't have to, but it always seems like I have lashes. No, I mean, I agree. You can get too extreme. I mean, it can be too much, but I am always going to go straight down the line. Loving lashes, extensions.
It becomes like when your eyelashes become the most dominant feature of your face, you have a bad lash person or you're making bad choices. One of the two. Like it's fucking nuts.
Is it a goddamn eye roll?
Hang on. Sarah, here's how I feel about that. Fake lashes.
Eye roll goddamn city.
I love this button so much. And I love Michelle for that statement and Kylie for getting me this gold button that I can use every time Pump says something dumb during a podcast. And the phrase, I roll goddamn city is so on brand for who we are.
It is so on brand. Love it.
Listen up, listener. If you want to be featured on our episodes, go to Instagram and leave a voice memo and, like spice it up like Michelle did. I mean, make it fun, make us laugh. We get a ton. So if you don't get picked, don't be heartbroken. It's crazy how many we get and we're so flattered. So we try to get, but we can only time-wise put out about 4 or 5. Anyway, Pumps, do you have anything to say to the listener?
Thanks for listening. That's it.
Well, I mean, isn't she the Princess Diana podcast?
Well, I am the Princess Diana
here's what I was trying to toss to her. Please follow us on all the shit, all the shit, and we will see you next Tuesday, listener.
5-star reviews, please.
You nailed it, Pumps.
I'll tell you what I've had it with.